Alright, let's move on to the museum, and a little full disclosure, since, that's how I operate. My save file did not save. I had to reacquire my, standing in the game, shall we say, so I've got a few extra lives over what I had, which isn't a bad thing, by any means. Anyway, that's a dart gun I picked up, and its ammo is fairly limited. You only get 4 throughout the museum. You don't need a lot of ammo, but still. Why am I going for coins? They're really not that important. Anyway, a lot of the sills have coins. Anyway, if you want to save your ammo, you press A slightly ahead of when you press B, and that way you won't waste so much. Whoa! Thank God he wasn't one I had to get. Now, spelling Homer is quite difficult unless you're going to sit in the museum parts and wait for the guards to show up. So it's really not worth the effort, honestly. Like, if you're patient, you can get it, but, being patient kind of sucks, so. I didn't mean to jump on him. Anyway, in case you didn't figure out, glass cases, jump on them, and eventually stuff will pop out. Actually, you gotta be right over it, though. It's a little finicky sometimes on the hit detection. Well, there's another one up. Hooray! I'll probably need it, because the museum is just god-awful mean. Ooh, yeah. So these spiders kind of follow you around, so it's not a bad idea to kind of bait them into where you want them to go. Dragonflies are a pain in the ass. See that spider? Probably, yeah, I'm not going to be able to get that dart gun without dying, and I'm just not going to deal with that. There's enough dart guns, I'm going to skip it. Oh, great. I fell in the quicksand. Let's try that again, shall we? Alright, let's try this again. I could probably go get that dart gun this time, but I still don't feel I need it. Now, when you land, you want to jump up and do that, because that dragonfly is going to just wreck you from underneath. And you thought that was mean. You ain't seen nothing yet, because here we go doing our best Pitfall Harry, except the crocodiles cooperate a lot more for Pitfall, I assure you. Actually, I keep calling him Pitfall. I'm like the worst person in the universe. His name is Harry, damn it. Anyway, gotta stop wasting the dart gun shots, because I skipped that gun, so I have less margin for error than I used to. Now, you may see something land here in a second in the pond. You're not... Ah, crap. Okay, that didn't work out perfectly, but I got away with it. After the first shot, you have to make a jump across, because if you wait, the next shot's going to get you when you jump, or you're just going to ride the crocodile back and it's going to sink into the pond like a jackass McMustache. And you don't want to deal with the jackass McMustache, I assure you. Alright, more of this up and down stuff. These are just basically the aliens without being aliens. Incidentally, have you ever seen a natural history museum quite like this one? I gotta tell you, other than being terrified for my life, this would be pretty cool. I see an exit sign. Whoa, something's shooting at me. Whoa. Okay. Best is to just try to time this guy out and then leap past him. And then just leap from behind, leap from behind. 3 hits on the head and it goes down like a sack of toys. And you can't shoot that one from here. And now that the see how it's gone all quazy, you don't want to deal with that quaziness. I'm going to use the Jebediah head just because I don't want to die trying to get this. I know I'm right by a point where I can... screw that coin. Let's go. Run! Oh, crap. Well, there's one. See, that's the kind of stuff you need to get lucky with. You need them to show up in big bunches like that. Oh, that was close. Those lasers have weird hit detection. Sometimes you'll get away with it. Like, I just got away with one. Sometimes you won't. Anyway... Give me my one up. You bugger off. Oh, sweet. I can never make that shot on the first try, typically. Okay, now we're in trouble. Okay. You can only step on the red stones, and only when they're red. You can get by with just using the regular jump here. You don't need to use your super jump, so... It gives you a little more control, but it's all relative. The controls in this game are really nasty. You kind of have to become a master of... changing your momentum mid-air so you don't go sliding off of bricks, because you've seen me die a few times in this talk-through just because of that. Oh, almost went there. That's a harder jump than it looks. I don't know why that one always gives me trouble. Alright, we're through that. Now, there's the sliding stuff I'm talking about. Boo! Takes a while to hit bottom, though. Alright, here we go again. Now, I guessed a little there. That's not the way to do it. Wait till the next brick appears, then leave, because your bricks disappear as you go. And always try to stay just slightly either to the middle or slightly to the right of every platform, because those mummy arms from the depths can try to hit you. You don't want to take a cheap hit and die out here, or even just lose your extra hit if you happen to be lucky enough to have one. Freaking mummy arms. How do they work? Alright, this one you got to make a jump. There's no more bricks. I know after the last level, or the last area, they're like tempting you to make that jump when you can't, but this one, where you think, okay, they'll do the same thing. No, they're dill holes and didn't put one in there. Alright, little spike traps, no big deal. And run over here. Okay. See, there's tarantulas are going to fall in here, and you have to knock these little onks, or anks. I always say onks, I don't think that's right, but whatever. You want to catch those, and it'll make that pillar rise from the middle of the room. Because if you do that, I believe it's 6 times, that pillar will reach its maximum height. Then what happens next is pure movie magic. Okay, it's not movie magic, but you get my point. Alright, and then you just do and this is the hard part, you gotta do like a tap jump. But it's gotta be, oh, goodness gracious, a specific tap jump. And then you gotta avoid the falling rocks. I couldn't even move, because the screen rocking limits your mobility, so you've gotta just kinda pay careful attention to Bart, make sure you're not getting him into a bad situation where you can't escape from the rocks. And they do like to fall, they don't fall in any particular pattern, they just like to try to crush you. Anyway. So we've already dealt with, you know... Oh, hello. Whoa! That was not what I expected. Oh, I don't think so. Good news is you don't have to repeat that puzzle. It once it's solved, it's solved. Alright, they fly away. Whoa, hello, mummy! So, what you want to do with the mummy is dodge a bandage, stomp the head, dodge the bandage, stomp the head. 3 hits. Pretty simple stuff. Okay, now we're back, and hey, we now have a hoe. I don't think there's any chance in hell we're going to see enough guards to make this work out for us, but whatever, a Trevor. Alright, you don't need to have Jebediah for this, but again, it's a safety issue. There you go, there's 2 over on the left there. In case you've missed one, you can really do a full-on jump and go for it. Why am I going for coins? I definitely can't get a 1-up anymore, so I'm not doing that. Hey, Mr. Glondip. You can just bugger off is what you can do. And Krusty can pop on out of there anytime he wants. Thanks, Krusty. And even better is, there's another exit sign over here. If you're like me and you're obsessive-compulsive and want to take it out. You know what? Screw it. We have a Hom. But yeah, Homer's definitely the hardest one to spell, just because. Yikes! Okay, this area you don't want to dawdle in, but you've got to be, holy god, you got to be ready to move. You got to waste a bit of time. Okay, we're going to have to wait for that rock to float back down the river here. This is not nice thing they do in this game at all. Okay, I thought for sure I was hurt, and then I missed the jump anyway. Oh my goodness, that's silly. Silly Billy Bryan. And back here, eh? That's lovely. Too bad more security guards don't pop back up. That'd be nice. But no, security guards in here are pretty limited. Well, okay, that was not the recommended way to do that at all. So, you know, whatever. Okay. Okay, that was not absolutely desired, but I decided to take a bit extra time. When you get over here, you gotta get up to here and then get on here. That stops the falling rocks. Don't step on the slanted part of the spines, because those are not solid. Neither is the absolute third, like the one piece of the tail as well. Holy God, of the tail parts, the leftmost piece is not solid either. Of course, there's no way to tell this. The game just goes out of its way to screw with you, because that's just how they roll, I guess. Oh my. Alright, here you gotta jump back to avoid a hit. But if you don't want to risk that jump, you can take the hit if you have one, if you can afford a hit, that is. You may not have one to give, though, so plan wisely. Oh man, and I'm doing fairly well today. Crap. Yeah, okay, that's the other way you gotta do that. Stupid dinosaur. I'm doing fairly well, but I'm not getting screwed as much as I normally do. This level is just vicious, typically. Alright, here is the hardest thing in the game. If you can do this, you can do anything in this game. Oh, God, hitting that dinosaur is just nasty. Boo! Let's try this little jerk again. Alright. Okay, then when you hit him, the thing is you can fall off the right side. So you've got to really try to control your momentum if you're going to land on his head, you see. Now here's the hardest part. You see how I've been hitting him as I've been landing on him? If you do that on the third hit, the screen scrolls, and sometimes you won't be far enough over the dinosaur, and the screen scrolls and Bart falls to his death. You can jump onto his head without damaging him. That's really hard, but that's one way to do it. And the other way, which is just as hard, is you have to hit him directly on top of the head so you land on the dinosaur. It's not pleasant, I assure you. Alright, let's do this. Like that. See what I mean? A crooked hit and you die. That's just dirty, dirty game design. Boo! Alright, let's see if we can do this. It's really freaking nasty. Okay, good. I got far enough over his head that that was enough for me. Oh, I missed that exit sign. I don't care. I don't need it. But that might be the last. No, there's one more exit sign. They wanted to make things... Well, maybe I'll get lucky yet. Maybe there's one more security guard out there. If you need it, you can get that exit sign, but I don't need it. Alright. Yay, I did get Homer. Unbelievable. That's kind of lucky. I don't get that lucky in here very often. I know, guys. Getting lucky. That was pretty sad. Good news is I still got lots of lives left, so I can afford to be a little slow on the upchuck here. Alright. Alright. Now I'm all nervous pervis. Hey, you can actually jump the third one if you really wanted. Okay, this is Marvin Monroe, believe it or not, who's being a real hit detection asshole here. Now, only 3 hits and he goes down. Homer can block his electricity with water. I don't know. It's supposed to be threatening, I guess. It's not. At all. But hey, great score now because I got my time bonus to be so ridiculously high. Okay, that is the hardest level in the game, bar none. You may think the next one would be the hardest, but it's not. The next one is the last level. No, Mr. Nice Mutant. Men? Ho ho ho! You realize that'll cause a meltdown, right? Oh, that's just rude. Alright, collect all the power rods and put them back in the basement reactor. This place is a bit of a maze. It's going to be fun. Oh, you're going to see. Oh, don't you wish you could see. Well, you can. Just come back tomorrow.